Let's hope this works on a Thursday. Let's see. I had to double check if it actually was Thursday. I believe it is. Shout out. Oh man, this market might be literal fecal matter. Literal fecal matter we got going on right now. Oh man. Right now. What up? What up, Ted? Ted V, what up? Shout out Ted V, first person in the chat, bro. Get a W in the chat to fucking to Tay DV. Purgatory, my dude. What about it? What about that purg? We in here. Says Baba Yaga. Low and slow, bro. Viva Las Vegas. WD's W's. WD40? No, not WD40. W's in the chat. You stupid idiot. Person over there. Oh my god, he's talking about WD40. No, we're talking about W's. Nothing but W's. We got some good clips to go through. Oh, getting excited. Has anyone figured out? Who cares? Patrick Witt. Honestly, enough of your face. Enough of that dude's face. I love huffing WD-40. Yo, that's crazy. There's this literal living legend he rode off into the sunset on YouTube called Andrew Smokes, dude. It was the most degenerate illegal activity taking place on that channel, and then eventually the law caught up to him, and then he disappeared since then because he said he got in a lot of trouble and they would like take all of it down as part of his whatever fucking deal he was going through. He would like smoke up stores. Like the first video how I even found him that went viral, he goes into a Target with his boy and they hit a fucking 3.5 gram blunt in the Target. But like no one cares or anything. But it's like, oh my god, you documented it. You're making it too easy. And he did that for a long time, dude. He would go and play. It was hilarious. Like it was unbelievable. Like cops would walk in. He smoked in Starbucks once, and then the cop comes through the door and he darts out of the store. And then he's an idiot. He's like, oh my god, I escaped the cop in there. I just ran out of the door. Meanwhile, he's parked in the parking lot a couple of fucking cars away from the Starbucks, smoking up in there. It's literal reality TV. It's interdimensional cable. Fucking crazy. Coming in on fecal matter, literal fecal matter is crazy. What up, Victor? That's what it is, though. That's what the market is. You can't even deny that's the perfect description for it. The current state of the markets in general are fucking fecal matter, bro. Is this a show that talks about XRP? I don't know. Honestly. Love when you do a show at this time. I can watch it live here in Aussie. Yo, that's awesome. What about XLM? I like XLM too. XLM, Stellar, what they got going on. I've been watching a lot recently. Let me catch my breath. I was doing push-ups and shit. Stellar and H-Bar. Stellar, H-Bar is very interesting. Link's very interesting. You're seeing the next two of them being massaged in by the CME. Sui and one other one. What's the other one? Sui and something else are now getting futures products and everything. We see. Canton ripped ass today a bit? Really? Let's check it out. Let me check this shit. The Canton Network. The only network. Says it's up 9%. Is that right? Is that right? I mean, I'm looking at kind of this chart, honestly. Like just when I look at things, actually the year is a good. Yeah, I mean, it's, although I'm still showing that stupid idiot face. This is the Canton chart for all time. Interesting. Take a look. Oh my god, we might have to do another charting episode. Remember that shit? That was crazy. The snowman. I don't even know where that's saved. And so that's Canton, huh? All time. I mean, that's still a good buy. If you like it. I still haven't done my proper due diligence. Hit the like button. You make a hospital stay okay. Be out in a couple of days. Gotta get out of that hospital, dude. You gotta pull a Michael Myers, jump out the window and shit. You gotta escape. Campton ripped ass today. 6%, yeah. Pretty good little shebang amongst the sea of red. This is interesting. We can't break this 72. I think this ceasefire thing doesn't actually go through as we've kind of witnessed. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? LOL can't jump. Had spine surgery. Oh man, I hope that is a speedy recovery. Surgery freaks, doctors in general freak me out, so I can't even imagine like fucking Doc Ock when they like the needles go into his spine, the AI thing. That's so horrifying. In the Spider-Man movie, the fucking needles, they go through like the rivets in the spine. It's so like, let's go past 170 today. We are not getting past 170 today. I can tell you that much into the future. There's no way. The Clarity Act, everybody just ganged up on getting this Clarity Act passed. I think it started with Scott Bessent within the last day, tweeted it, and everybody else added on, dude. Who else? Everybody. It's David Sachs chiming in. Same thing. I think Paul Atkins, SEC guy. You might see, like, probably he's always out there just flapping his gums. David Sachs and someone else important. Let me see if I got the tweets. Let me see if I got the receipts. I'm talking all this shit. Oh my god, this guy's theory. Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, it's every day. You can't even. Hunter Biden challenges Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. to a cage match. Dude, I would fucking pay for that. Are you kidding me? That would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, you can't tune in every day because it changes every single second, a million times a day. Oh, they still bombing people. Oh no, all right, we'll stop. They want to charge people in the strait. Oh, I don't like that they're charging people. It's just, it never ends. Never ends. All this, like, now this talk seemingly heating up of what Iran wants to settle in, whether it's the Chinese yuan or crypto. And I'm almost positive they said crypto. But the Bitcoin guys, like, or bots, whatever it is, they popped off with like, oh my god, Iran said they're gonna settle in Bitcoin or whatever. Bitcoin is the only other truly decentralized. Of course they would use that. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Whenever they say that phrase, the only one. I don't know what's up with that. Fragmentation. All the clowns saying BRICS won't touch XRP because it's American have zero clue. Blockchain isn't nationalism. Ripple doesn't own XRP. XRP is a neutral, borderless, and diagnostic. The system doesn't care about your politics. It cares about efficiency. This guy's all about efficiency. Black Swan. Look at that guy. Yeah, his theory and DAI's theory, dude, I think they're spot on to a fine degree. That just, they've been saying it for a long time. This whole thing is to prevent World War III and the petrodollar, like protect it, all this shit. And it's like, I think they've been the most spot on in the space consistently for a while. I've just been more recently so tapping into digital perspectives, but DAI has been fucking on it, dude. And because there's quotes that stick in my brain from him, you know? And I'm like, that, like, just something about it. When he's telling the story of his dad, and his dad worked at like a big bank or something like that, and he goes, son, when he was a kid or something like that, he goes, son, you know something is the stamp of approval if Goldman Sachs is touching it, you know? And then you try to trace stuff like that, but they fucking do a good job of hiding it. Like that R3 deal of like pre-allocation, and then it went quiet. And then I think it banged around in the courts. And then it went quiet, and they both went their separate ways. And I don't think we really knew too much more beyond that. I think that's as far as it goes. So, had a appendectomy yesterday, so I feel that in the hospital talk. Yo, y'all are banged up. Everyone's in the hospital right now. So I hope you guys recover, dude. Oh, I hope you recover. No way Jimmy Bone Marrow is here. There's no way. There was literal No way. Jimmy Bone Marrow is now in my chat. There's no way. Now in my chat. I don't want to hit myself twice. Guys, you got to do me a solid. Hit the like button. You got to. 35. Fupa Coin. I want to... If Fupa Coin really has never existed, I want to make Fupa Coin. We will be the ones to make Fupa Coin. We will have to do it. Because my friend showed me a while back, like, just the more intricacies of the meme coin, like, mania and casino, and how easy it is. And it's really just, it's about just kind of anything in life, you know? If you can market it enough and market it well, I mean, granted, in the end, it's like a rug pull, I guess, but I don't know. It's crazy. Just a little bit more patience while the back end of the financial system is restructured. Lock in. Oh, we're locked in, bro. We are locked in. You don't even have to worry about it. It just sucks having to wait. Sucks having to wait it out. All the drama beyond belief. Let's see. I never buy more than $4 of a meme coin, like a lotto ticket. Did you see Canary Capital filing for a Pepe ETF? That's always what, like, just, yeah, like you said, like, you throw a couple of bucks at it, just as exactly that, the lottery ticket, Dogecoin, SHIB, GME, AMC, some of these plays where it's like, if you had the heart of the cards, Yugi, in your heart, and you made the play, you could have just, it's a lottery ticket. Oh, I bought fucking Pepe coin, and it went up, and they're like, you tell that to someone over the age of 40, they'd look at you like you were extraterrestrial. How'd you make your fortune? How'd you make that much money? I bought Fupa coin. And they go, what's that? Fake internet money. And I don't know. That's it. That's like what it is. What about Flare? I'm very much curious what happens with Pepe. Yeah, like I took a little bit of loss. I think I took a loss on my Pepe. I think at the time. I'm confused. I forget looking at my taxes. I gotta look at it. But made a play on Pepe. But I didn't sell at all. You know, I'll hold on to it very little. Same thing. It's just a lottery ticket. That's it. It ain't hurting nobody. $4 in Fupa. Come on, can I get you up to $5? Do I have a taker for $5 for Fupa coin? Question is, how many Fupa coins does $5 get you? That's the question. I'm gonna be mad if people sell at 27. That's a good profit. That's a good profit though. But yet again, the end game is like just to have the lump sum of any asset, any of them, and then just earn yield. You know, that's the important part in my mind, because then you have it. You could buy, like, you just have it. You got options. I think yield is a very nice option. Ripple announced in Tokyo they are expecting 33 trillion in volume in 2026. Thoughts? I would have to see the clip. But I mean, we know that I rant about it all the time. That recent G Treasury Ripple Prime integration on the dashboard to now give the customers the optionality. The option is in front of them if they so choose to utilize it. Now it's just a matter of like time. Because as always, when they talk about the portfolio managers and everything, you know, you dip your toe in, and then just like anything over time, once it hits that snowball moment, like Bearable Guy and David Schwartz is always I think Jed, because that was the point I was getting to earlier. I've been watching a lot of Jed McCaleb podcasts because he's him and Arthur Berto more so, but Jed, something about Jed's story just intrigues me very much. And so I've been watching a lot of podcasts before he kind of dipped out of the crypto space and went to do the space company. But I think that's very interesting too, because they work with SpaceX and directly hand in hand, and SpaceX merging with everything, X money, all this shit. It all comes under one umbrella. Just cross-pollination in the space, as always. What I rant about. $5 on Fupa coin and pack of white owls in the back. What's a white owl? You mean White Claw? I don't know. Ripple, I'll never sell. Gonna get into liquidity pool and earn yield. You do what you gotta do. Yo, look what Marco Rubio just said about crypto on X. Yeah, but do we care what Marco Rubio said? Let's see. Let's see if it's popular enough to just be reported on my timeline. I don't think it is. Oh, we got a lot of stuff we got to get through. Guys, hit the like button right now. Do me that solid. Did he just post this, or is this from a while ago? Young Marco. You killed my uncle. Marco, Flint Marco. Dude, does he even have a Twitter account? There he is. Fucking guy. He is risen? What the fuck is that? What the hell, bro? Oh my god, I'm so sorry for the ear rape. Why is his video so fucking loud, Marco? Just killed my uncle. He just killed my uncle. What the? I don't see nothing Marco tweeting about crypto. Talking about a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I feel like I feel like that definitely would have been on my front. Oh, Jack the Rippler? Dude, I do not follow that guy. Oh my god. I'm almost positive that's one of the accounts I know that I definitely don't follow. Because I feel like I've seen over the years not great stuff from that account. Like a lot of BS mixed in with that account. And then I think there was enough one day where I was like, yeah, it's probably better. I think that it's negative to me to follow this account. Anybody waiting to see what CPI comes back as to buy tomorrow? I'm gonna be buying whenever I can, you know. I don't even care about none of the bullshit, because at the end of the day, the in-between is just bullshit. It's just waiting around. Brock said X Payments launches either April 15th or 20th. Well, they said sometime in April, at least the early. They're like rolling it out early. Some bullshit. You ever get into disc golf? I played it like maybe 2 or 3 times. And yeah, it is interesting. It definitely depends on the court or the course or whatever. Because the course I went to, it sucked. It sucked big time. So I could see a nice course. April 15th is tax day. Oh, dude, I keep fucking forgetting that. Because I remember people in here were calling that. They were like, yo, after tax day, it goes over. You could smoke the doobies. Doobie doobie. Any take on Iran crypto toll, Mike? I was talking a little bit about it. Talking a little bit about that shit. I feel like I saw Mozart in here, and I don't feel like if I said what's up. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. That's my bad. I'm like zoning out because I may or may not have participated in some spliff-like activities. But you didn't hear that from me. Rock. Yo, support Gork, bro. You gorking it? Yeah, go gork that over there. What did you say? The bear? The bears. That's what it said in my launch. The 15th being tax day with all the chaos. Yo, stop it. Stop it right now. This is the grand conspiracy, dude. What if that is the fuck? Stop, wait. This is getting crazy. All right, I think it's time. I think it's time to have some fun, dude. Fupa cheese coin. Yo, come on. That's the extension of Fupa coin. All right, let's reevaluate at this point in time, guys. You need to hit the like button. You got to hit the like button. Show the love on the stream. So that way the algorithm knows and it lets me know, so then I could try to make more time to do these types of shows at certain times or whatever. Feels like everyone mentions Ethereum as the asset you should invest in. Meanwhile, nobody mentions XRP. Do you think it's a diversion by the elites? I mean, you're definitely in the realm. For sure. You're definitely in the over. I mean, it's not even. The XRP blackout has been fucking. Excuse my French. I gotta stop swearing. The PSYOP is so remarkable being in the space and then thinking about OGs even before 2017. I got in around 2017, all this shit, just witnessing the mental warfare and the corruption and still how tiny the pimple this market is on the face of a teenager, bro. 2 point something trillion, the whole market. if anyone's really still looking at certain plays, the whole market is coordinated together, more or less. And people are pointing to Canton right now. Canton has been staying flat, and I think doing yet again a little bit of the opposite, but it's still not like crazy outperforming. When the money comes, I feel like it comes in floods, even though there are altcoin, like alt season and all this shit. It's because I seen footage of the news. I don't know who was saying it, but they're talking like the window is closing on them their ability to get this passed this year. And people still forget, even though Paul Atkins, I think, was just out there talking about they're ready to go once this thing gets signed. Like, they're ready to implement that type of shit, because they have been building the rails, like, or the deals to be able to function anyway. Like, getting this going. It's just kind of the stamp of approval, but it takes about a year. They're talking to see the effects of these things. That's why, like, we still kind of haven't even seen the Genius Act pop off yet, because it takes about a year. And one of the final deadlines to push that through the rules is one of the fucking most parts that drags like crazy, apparently, because oh, is it on my laptop? Oh yeah, I don't have that up here, but there's a tracker for the Genius Act, and in total of the process, we're only at about 72%. Something like that along the way, because now we're at a point where the rules have to be kind of like laid out by a bunch of different entities. They're talking FDIC. That's why they came out their approval for the proposal rule. The OCC, literally all just those divisions. So that takes a bit. This process is not as, I don't know. They will probably purposely bring it down to the wire. And that's the thing. We'll be here. Well, I mean, we'll be here. We've been here this whole time. Witnessed it a lot. Witnessed it a lot all this time. Oh my God, it's over. It's over. It's dead. It's dead. It's a scam. It's this, that. We've witnessed it. That Tim Draper clip when he's up on stage. He's up on stage and he lays it out, I think in front of Gary's face. The institutions come in. They, whatever. Suppress it. Fuck them. And then they adopt it, and then here we are. Here we are. It was the story that was easy to call. Project Looking Glass was fucking unbelievable too. So we got to look at this though. I want to look at this real quick through the lens of the context of where we're at this moment in time. The silver one is interesting because that narrative has died down now. Big time. Oh, that's the marble though. Like, what the fuck is the 589? Because at the time I was thinking it was silver, because silver and gold were ripping, and then up coordinated. Like, oh, yeah, look at that, a vertical drop, like in the metals market. Okay. Very happy New Year, 2026. A very happy New Year. They talk America 250 celebration. Rosie Rios, her ties to that, the America 250 celebration. We still don't know what these presents are. The rocket, the Artemis mission is just kind of, I don't know if they're back yet. Now, because I remember we looked at this like St. Patrick's Day as National Paper Money Day was a good theory. In retrospect, what if this is now tax day? That's the lens I'm looking at it through now. Maybe it's tax day, and then when tax day doesn't happen, maybe it'll be something else. But who knows? The 589 dashboard, this fucking ledger, dude. The Star Trek thing, the William Shatner purple rocket video was insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, they're showing like the satellites, the space theme, the moon. Christmas, maybe Christmas of this year. That's what everyone was maybe it's Christmas of this year. I'm throwing out too that if we see price action, I think it's at the end of the year. That's kind of where I've shifted at, just like everybody else. Because we take this information in every single day, so of course it's gonna be back and forth. Got to keep up. Gotta keep up. We'll get slapped up, son. Marco, where art thou, Marco? So we got Dom. Oh, Dom and his brother, bro. There we go. Yo, Jamie, give me some volume on that. Guys, hit the like button real quick. Do me a solid. We got 65 people in here. We got 38 likes. Something ain't adding up with those numbers. Trump's forcing the draft now. Says who, though? Like, it's a constant barrage of real and fake information, so it really is impossible. White House warns staff not to place bets on prediction markets amid Iran war. Okay. I'm trying to keep up with the news. This shit coming out today. Like, Eleanor Terrett posts good stuff. So she's retweeting a bunch of stuff going on right now. Prediction markets. That's what we're worried about? Prediction markets? Interesting. Okay. Or prediction markets is what we're worried about. Okay. Alright. This is just a fucking clown world, bro. Trump versus the Ayatollah. Doing a very poor job. Saying. Trying to look for bro, we're not going to do a draft. Stop with that shit. Not cool to scare people with that shit. I mean, I hope not. I'm worried about crypto at this moment in time. It's all you can do. Take it day by day. He did it. Yo, what the hell? DTCC coming out. Yeah, so, okay. Here we go. We could start with this one. What's this fucking song, though, man? What is this shit? Damn. What about... Oh, give me some Ocean Avenue. It's a banger. All right. DAI. Sup, dog? Yo, what up? Jack Link. I agree with DAI. This is why I retweeted it. On the target. This guy goes, I've never heard Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, Monica Long, Chris Larson, or anyone else at Ripple tell us to buy XRP. Funny that Michael Saylor spends a lot of his time telling everyone they should buy Bitcoin. If you have to tell people to buy it, then it's got issues. Do you see the difference? Okay. I agree on that front. I personally have never seen any David's actually been pretty open. When you watch a lot of his older talks, he's like, what he thinks the market price of the crypto is based on, and he's like, we don't fucking, like, I guess back then, like 8 years ago when he's talking on stage, he's like, I don't know what the price is made of. He's baffled himself. He's talking early about the use cases for the technologies. They got to figure out what the use cases are. It's just very interesting talks going back in that 8-year time frame. That's what I was watching. I was watching a lot of Jed from 8 years ago, and you'll hear things throughout it, and you're like, oh, it makes sense now. Like, listen, it's interesting to hear it from the horse's mouth 8 years ago, like throughout time. Not sure if you're speaking to me like that or the overall situation. Ooh. Talking about. Let's just get along. I don't even know what's going on. But Chris Larson or anyone else at Ripple tell us to buy XRP. I personally have never seen it. And then I guess other arguments would be oh, but they like psyop you into buying it. All right, whatever. I hear that. It's so funny that that's what we've always been saying with other people. If they're selling you on this only option, this is the only thing, you look at their conflict of interest, there you go. You see his blatant conflict of interest. That's his business. That's just what it is. I don't know. You see when he was stressing out, he'd go on some of these people's podcasts and they would just ask him a legit question, because now you got Morgan Stanley rolling up with a Bitcoin ETF with the lowest fee. I don't know. You got all sorts of products. You got all these products rolling on the scene, Mikey boy. Interesting. Ripple doesn't want retail to buy XRP. XRP was never for retail. I don't even think they really care. I think, and yet again, I feel like throughout time I've seen them be like talk about that it's the XRP is its own thing. They had a fucking hand in it, and yeah, they own a good chunk of the supply, but it's like, no, they don't control it. Always ask why, who benefits the most off of whatever the situation is. That's all you got to do. Got a point on a Thursday night. Let's go solidify. They don't care. They just want in. It's a neutral bridge. I mean, that's when I was going back, watching a lot of those stuff with Jed. Because I've always wondered, I'm like, he goes off, starts it with this, and I don't think we ever even truly got to the bottom of like, what was the the true difference in the vision. I don't know, man. He's an interesting fucking guy. Stays in the shadow for real. Let's see. I thought he was over the target with that. So Ashish, what is this talking about? Regulatory clarity in Europe market for digital asset. Yeah, we're focused over here. Global. We're tapped in every day. All the licenses these guys are acquiring and shit. And the fucking businesses. Oh. Then why would they sell to retail? Well, they're not. What do you mean? They're not. I don't know. They're not like the ones. I guess we're buying it, but they're not directly selling it to us. The exchanges are in this to fucking make some mother frickin' money, dude. You gotta have the middleman, at least for now. That's why Coinbase wants that yield, bro. They want to be your middleman. That's it. And I mean, it is what it is. If people want to pay for it, they're gonna pay for it, I guess. But I guess at the end of the day, as long as we have a level playing field, then nobody should be worried, right? You know, if there's a level playing field, who knows? Who knows what could happen under a fucking level playing field? Tokenized equities and instant settlement are coming. Securitized, we see them messing around with Ripple. I think they handle the Biddle Fund, BlackRock, and the Van Eck one. I'm sure they tap other cryptos and shit too. I'm just saying, obviously, because we're talking about kind of XRP right now. Take a listen to what this guy's saying.
So we've partnered with New York Stock Exchange to do 3 different things. One is New York Stock Exchange is launching what they call a digital ATS. This is a different venue than the national exchange where securities trade in traditional form. And that digital ATS will trade tokenized equities, natively tokenized equities, meaning the token represents exactly the same instrument, same rights, same QSIP, same corporate actions, etc. And that will be trading on this digital ATS with instant settlement. As part of that project, Securitize is going to play 3 different roles. First, we're going to be the first approved transfer agent and tokenization platform to send tokenized equities to that venue. Second, we are the design partner for how the venue is going to work, how the instant settlement is going to happen, how the tokens and the stable coins are going to move in and out, etc. And third, this is an ATS where retail investors will trade through broker-dealers. Securitize also has a broker-dealer, Securitize Markets. So Securitize Markets has been the first broker-dealer approved to trade on that ATS. So it's actually for us is a massive partnership because it touches everything we've built and we do with, you know, arguably the largest and most reputable exchange in the world.
I don't know. We might have to look deeper under the hood to what Securitize is going on, because, like I said, we've seen BlackRock involvement. We've seen a couple of the same suspect names pop up in these circles. You know, whatever BlackRock's touching might be we might want to look under the hood. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure with their Biddle Fund, the sweetheart deal, I don't know if it does it. I don't know if they have this with any other cryptos, but I think they exclusive instant redemption with RLUSD. I would want to fact check that. They made it available to retail to test out the system. I don't know. I think that's just middlemen coming and wanting to make money. Honestly, I mean, maybe it's both of it, but because really, I think that I don't know. Honestly, does make me wonder how Evernorth will play a role into the future. I think they just want to figure out a way to make that usable capital and make it active and get in yield and participating in stuff to generate some real yield. And that's what I want to see in the end game, whether it's 3-5 years, however long it takes. I want to see a behemoth player and some interesting yield opportunity. Does make me, I read that. Ripple doesn't sell the retail exchanges, made it available. They want people to build on the ledger too, which requires XRP. I mean, if anything's popping off on the ledger, it's popping off on XRP. But RLUSD still is way more active on Ethereum, because I'm still seeing them do. I follow an XRP scanner, so it shows you whenever they mint RLUSD and whether it's on Ethereum or XRP. I have been seeing XRP chunks, redemptions, mints, whatever. I've been seeing that more active. I see them both kind of active, a little bit the same, but I think some of the larger amounts are happening on Ethereum. Time to lock in, yo, for real. Hit the like button, let Mike know we appreciate the Thursday night stream, yo, for real. Is this real? Do I even want to waste my time with this? It's so crazy. Because it looks AI. Like, I don't know where this came from. think we might keep a crypto. DAI, dumping on retail. Where's the outrage? Yo, for real, dude. For real. Dumping on retail. Where's the outrage? According to Ash, Ethereum Foundation sold $8.3 million in ETH. I mean, that's not that much. What do you think, Mike? Think about what? Think about what? It's because it's cheaper for the transaction because ETH is expensive to move anything on RUSD. It makes it cheaper for smart contracts. Time to lock in. Yeah, what do I think of what? Yo, Terp. Yo, what up? They use test XRP to build on the ledger, not real XRP. About the levers in the riddle? Oh, I don't know, dude. I got no clue. No Vitalik. Look at this guy. Yo, that is so thumbnail worthy. That's crazy. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't know who this is, but she's popping off, dude. Paul Atkins. Granted, this is not an easy task. I always got to remind myself when we're sitting here in our fucking computer chair, backseat quarterbacking the global financial system. Like, we got to always be grounded in that, and I try to be. So, but I feel it. I feel the fed up part of it. Not this bad. He goes, Project Crypto is designed so once Congress acts, SEC and CFTC are ready to implement the Clarity Act. Secretary Scott Besson is right. It's time for Congress to future-proof against rogue regulators and advance comprehensive market structure legislation to Donnie's desk. Interesting. And the window is closing, like they're talking about, because they're saying, like, they got to move now. We could be a month away from absolute euphoria and not even realize it. I don't think any... That's the thing. You gotta be grounded. My mind goes a million miles a minute thinking about this bullshit. So I can't even vocalize it. Nothing big. I caught a few though. Well, yo, what are you catching, bro? Ecash is such a distraction. Zero transactions. I mean, there's a lot of just crap, honestly, floating around. Oh yeah, cause yeah, he tweeted today. That's when I saw this. He goes, Congress has spent the better part of half a decade trying to pass a framework to onshore the future of finance. Time for the bank and GOP to hold a markup and send the Clarity Act to Donnie's desk. Senate time is precious, and now is the time to act. Granted, I mean, these guys have been saying that shit literally since fall of last year. So they've been saying the time to strap in. Let's hope, dude. I don't think nothing moves until this war thing is settled. That's the ultimate obvious. Because that's the... It's such a large level of uncertainty to dangle over a fucking global financial system. It's crazy. And fucking... the oil prices, they were up, they smashed down, and now they're rising up again. It's just the roller coaster. Seems like we might hit these ramifications. I don't know. Money printer, maybe? That's what they say. Money printer's coming. Big mouse bass. Oh, largemouth bass. What you got on Ondo? I don't got nothing on Ondo. Ondo is an interesting interesting platform for sure. I don't know what the token is or how they utilize the token. That would be something I'd have to research more into. Like, I don't know what that does, but this chick, she goes, you all do so much talking. We don't want to hear it. At this point, just get it done. When is the markup? Get the bill on Trump's desk immediately. If that isn't the announcement, shut the frick up. You go, girl. Regular financial GOP. Yeah, these guys. Oh my God, regulatory certainty is key. U.S. leadership has noted by these guys, Wall Street Journal. We want the Clarity Act. We'll continue to work and to send it to get it to Donnie's desk. Just get it done. They're tweeting. Come on, get it done. Let's go now. The window's closing. You better open that window because someone just cracked a rat.
Sandra, we got to ask just about your view of this and where it falls in terms of timeline. I'm just curious where you think, or if you think this will get passed. If you do, what is the timeline of it?
So I'd like to reference something called congressional math.
So anytime soon, meaning, okay, maybe it doesn't
Oh,
happen this spring. Does it happen like 2026? Does it happen? Does it happen before the
yeah.
midterms?
I think realistically, we have advisors who sit on the Hill every single day and let us know what they think. We're hearing everything from, if we're lucky, maybe July, maybe later than that.
Sandra, we got
Maybe today. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not that next Saturday. But maybe some other time is where we're at. Brad chiming in too with Scott Besson talking about we got to get this Clarity Act done, bitch. Brad's like, yo, progress, perfection. Okay? Better be careful about saying that, Brad. Charles might have a meltdown again in his booster seat. Just always freaking out. End all foreign aid, that's what they're saying. What is this? What is it? I think so. What's Sandy Crawl saying?
I think that we are starting to see the real world triggers that are going to be the real starting gun
She spits knowledge.
of us
Franklin
seeing
Templeton.
rapid adoption of these new technologies. And that is really coming from the security space, right? We have seen the Depository Trust Company in the US get a no action letter from the SEC here in the US saying that they can go ahead and begin to tokenize US government securities and overall US securities. And expectations are they could be tokenizing as much as 100 trillion worth
Oh my god, it's almost like it's
of
more.
US securities in the next 18 months.
What?
We have seen the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ both announcing that they are going to begin to support tokenized securities. And we have seen partnerships between crypto native firms that are looking to participate in this space and these regulated entities that have been the stalwarts of the traditional financial markets for decades being announced in rapid order, right? So we're starting to see more crypto natives become engaged and more crypto access points becoming engaged. There was just a headline out that Kraken is going to be partnering with NASDAQ, right? That's the kind of crossover that is going to really bring all the altcoins that we've been talking about to the forefront of people's minds.
Sandy, you're such a stupid idiot because Bitcoin is the only thing that will ever succeed. And if you can't get through that through your brain, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care what Franklin Templeton has to say unless Bitcoin is the number one in the field, number one in your heart. Bitcoin. Get it branded right in your face. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. No, she's the best.
There was just a headline out that Kraken
Yeah, there's just a headline that Kraken might be doing
is
what?
going to be partnering with NASDAQ, right?
Oh, yeah, it's almost like Kraken just got their skinny fed master account, the first approval of them, while everyone else's conditional approval. Kraken was the first one to get it. Oh my god. Oh my
Going
god.
to really bring all the altcoins that
Yeah, no, it's going to bring all the money. That's what it's going to bring. Project Crypto. Shut up. Oh, look at this guy. He says they are ready. Yeah, they're ready to implement. They're ready to go. This is who we're waiting on. That's who we're waiting on. Oh, well, he's waiting on them. But then we'll be waiting on him. Still a lot of waiting. That's crazy. Our net worth is in this guy's hands. I couldn't feel better. I couldn't feel. Maybe I don't feel anything at all. Maybe that's the problem. Who is this guy? Oh, this was the original clip I wanted to get to. Let's hear some of this shit.
How do we rationalize this? Because
how do we rationalize what? Start the clip.
Ultimately, I think we have this common goal. We have this everything on chain mindset, but it doesn't apply to what people might consider some of the incorrect design choices and the open composable environment that people like when they think about kind of this new financial system.
No, and I think insofar as we're talking about the way that these different blockchains are built, I think that when you talk about institutions in particular, I think that actually the XRP ledger got a lot of flack And the team behind it got a lot of flack for actually never introducing smart contracts in the sense that people typically think of them. And everybody for a number of years looked at the XRP ledger and said, it's ancient tech, right? And it's like, it's outdated.
I think it might have been ahead of its time a little bit.
There's no smart contract. Why are there no smart contracts? And that actually turns out to be one of the biggest advantages now of the XRP ledger, in that everything that you use, you still you can issue tokens on the XRP ledger.
Vitalik came out talking about L2s.
You now have AMM on there. You have, of course, the oldest DEX, arguably the oldest DEX, been operating for over a decade now, and it just
but not volume
tested. And I think when institutions come, they don't have to be dealing with smart contract risk as well. And so I think, look, we look at these different blockchains, and I think I do think that there are going to be other multiple blockchains. I think that I was on a talk together with David Schwartz, who is CTO emeritus now of Ripple, but I think we all see the same thing, and I think it's just, where does each blockchain want to position itself? And I think the XRP ledger, as David said, is really positioned to become the liquidity hub. And so you can have different things happening on different chains. Ultimately, if that liquidity comes back to the XRP ledger, that's where it's really going to shine. And I think we've seen this with the Ripple approach as well, to actually deploying its products on other chains. So RLUSD is actually deployed on Ethereum, right? It didn't just deploy it on its own stablecoin on the XRP ledger, and it's all because it needs to tap into that liquidity where it is, and then bring it back eventually to the XRP ledger. And so I think that when we're comparing these,
everything just they talk about how important it is, and well, not even important. It's like it needs to. That's just how it has to be in order for any of this to work. The fucking, excuse my French, I keep swearing. The DTCC document I kept referencing the other day. It's a whole thing amongst other giant entities, trillions and trillions of dollar entities. They co-wrote this like 64-page paper of interoperability. The important interoperability. That's what we need. Pros, cons. They've tried everything. It's the most complex thing in the universe. So that's why I don't want to quarterback Paul Atkins and stuff. But
together, I think when we're looking at Canton or any other network, I think ultimately it's about who is it positioned towards. And Ripple from the very beginning, and the XRP ledger from the very beginning, were geared towards the blockchain for business.
What about Bitcoin?
And I think Canton is taking interesting steps towards that as well on the institutional side.
You gotta acknowledge that
there's enough room in the pie for everybody.
That's what I think. And yet again, I want all the money to be touching. I don't really care. At the end of the day, that's what we need. We care about the whole crypto. That's the fucking other thing too. The whole crypto space, like the amount of money dispersed through it. Now we're about to hit an institutional wave and utilization wave within however long it takes. Another couple of years, whenever it is. Give it another 5 years. You can't even fathom what the market might look like in 5 years if we're still here. Use cases are now starting to be dripped out. Jeremy Allaire, stablecoin summer. That's what he said. He feels like we got a stablecoin summer coming. Let's see. Oh, why did it bring me back here? Oh, Vitalik. Ugh, I don't want to see that again. Sandy. Oh, here we go. Actually, I don't care about that. Oh yeah, so he's Patrick Witt. Patrick Witt's an OG though, kinda. He just posts this random quote in response to Besant coming out saying we got to get let's get the Clarity Act done. Let's get it done. Let's see. The DAI spitting. Boy, we've come a long way from Gary. What a novel idea. Government regulators that actually work in the interests of Americans. Yeah, for real. Treasury. Oh, yeah, David Sachs. Here he comes. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, get it signed. Yeah, get it signed. That's the key thing. That's too long. I don't want to watch that. Breaking news. Oh, my God, dude. Do we talk about this? Do we talk about this insane narrative that was going on? Just this. Oh man, who even knows if it's real? I mean, it does make sense that it would be real, that they're looking to settle ideally in something else, and I see it likely being a couple of other partners that participate in charging to use the Strait. That's what I feel like the end is gonna be. In some new agreement, maybe like what Digital Perspective says, where he's like, yo, this is the new doctrine that's about to take place. Who is this guy? He's of Morgan Stanley. Jay Seif, CFA, Cryptos Asset Management, Bloomberg. All right, so I guess let's see what he's got to say.
There's only a couple that have like the Morgan Stanley brand name behind it, and these 3 ETFs are going to have it. They have $6 to $7 trillion in assets, depending on what you're talking about, in their advisor side of the business. I mean, again, taking just a little bit of that, moving it over is a big deal. And also, I think this is their way of, potentially trying to get some crypto millionaires, a lot of people with a lot of money, to join their wealth management platform. Like, this might be a loss leader. Like, look, we have the cheapest products in the market. We want to manage your money. You should be diversified. We believe in the space. And I think this could be a way for them to get, the crypto people involved in buying an asset management product. There's only
I did hear this clip. It's such a when people say, oh, they absolutely do care if they let super wealthy people through the cracks, like the government or whatever, they'll do anything to prevent you from getting rich off of whatever, any crypto, whatever, Bitcoin, any of this shit. What he just said is so blatant now that they're coming out and they're going to want, that's it. They bent the knee. They bent the knee compromise. Eventually, we're going to see a couple of people working together as if we haven't already. Yeah, story old as time. They want that money. They want that money, and if they know a bunch of people are about to make that money and have already made that Bitcoin money or whatever the hell it is, here we go, Coinbase. Oh, look who's attached. Coinbase has been named as a custodian for the Morgan Stanley Bitcoin Trust. Institutional adoptions grow. Cool. Roger that. If this is legit, Visa launched an Intelligent Commerce Connect, enabling AI agents to make purchases on behalf of consumers across businesses worldwide. What? Of course, Senator Loomis is joining in on the fun. The bottom's in. Oh my God, I don't know what date this came out.
Now what?
Their audio's so loud, I want to scream.
For these markets?
I think the bottom's in, Scott, because last week was a period where the war was getting worse and oil was going up, but stocks weren't going down. So that's a good precondition. And today now we have the rate of change, that the war is de-escalating. So I think stocks are now in the process to go back to their...
We are about to have World War III. He just sealed it.
All-time highs, and I think maybe get to that 7,300 that we were expecting this year.
Wow. So let's just remind and refresh people's memories a bit. You were looking for a strong start to the year. Stocks falling into potentially a bear market. Yeah. Most of that you pegged to a new Fed chair coming in and some of the issues that might revolve around monetary policy. Couldn't foresee the outbreak of this war and the conflict, et cetera. Does it matter what caused the bear market for how you project your outlook for the year, or are you confident that we had this event, an existential event for the market, it reacted negatively, and now we're going to rebuild our way back?
Way to just give them the like, what are these questions? Like, yeah, that's what you think, right?
Yeah, I think things have
that's what I
possibly changed, Scott, because this
I
war pulled forward a lot of repositioning. We know people have gone flat or raised cash, and they were ready to own defensive positioning. And we also had a rolling bear market last year in energy and financials, and this year in Mag 7 and software. So something like...
All right, moral of the story, as always, Tom Lee has never been right once in his existence ever on this planet. I don't know how old the guy is. Maybe he's eternal. Maybe that's him, dude. He's like the speedster eternal. He just runs really fast. You want to see me run out of that rock and back? Want to see me do it again? Said Tom Lee. And then Tom Lee leapt from the rafters. I don't trust that dude. Yo, I mean, he's the literal... You kidding me? He's the literal embodiment of trust. You kidding me? You for real? Look at those. Look at that. Look at that. Savage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that face. Yeah, Canary filed for a Pepe. Oh, Sandy's very knowledgeable, Rizzo. She's the best. It's been insane to witness them take the lead on this crypto sphere. They have been early to adopt. It's actually remarkable. What's going on? Load new videos, 100%. Oh shit. Oh, I should have tweeted the video, or the stream rather. Just in the White House. Oh. Getting worse. Wait, getting ready. Wait, whoa. Getting ready for post clarity. It is interesting that, you know, they were held up on the yield debates, seemingly. I'm sure it's much deeper than that. And then, oh yeah, 48 hours, we're looking to have this deal, whatever, around that time frame. Seemingly they get a deal kind of done, more or less, so they're moving along. But Coinbase simultaneously gets their conditional OCC national charter. That's just how the game goes. That's how the game goes. Sorry. I mean, now that that's over, was that the final thing? Was that the final thing staying in the way? Let's see if we got any breaking news. Let's see. Oh, it's 8. Yeah, no, usually stuff's done by 8. It worries me we're heading into a weekend with the seeming negotiations going on. What is this? Binance says that quantum computing may break existing crypto and that Bitcoin may need to fork to quantum-resistant cryptography. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. What the hell? That might be it. That might be all she wrote. Let me get a good song going first. Let me get a good... Oh, yeah. You kidding me? The Smiths, bro. Classic. Instant classic. Killing it, brother. You become my fave XRP streamer. Yo, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. If we got 85 people in here and we got 59 likes. Got 59 likes. Give this man a like, y'all. I mean, if we hit 80 likes, maybe I'll keep the stream going. Who knows? Maybe if it speaks into existence. Let me take a look. Say click. Take a pic. Who says that? Say click. Take a pic. Remember when I was getting into crypto, the YouTube channel I was watching was basing his buys on what Tom Lee was saying and doing. He was a Bitcoin maxi. Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, it's not... It feels like a psyop to a certain extent, the Bitcoin thing, dude. Like, the Bitcoin creators and shit, it's just like... It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Granted, I don't know. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. Like, there's the one girl we showed one time. Her name's like Bitcoin Isla or something like that. And her videos are great. It just seems like, I don't know. It seems like there's money behind that movement, and it doesn't feel genuine. I'm sure some of it is, but to not live in the reality of like what the people who run the world are saying. When Larry's on stage, he controls the world. You know, he's the new chair of the WEF. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm not saying nothing. And he's talking tokenization. Like, what in DTCC talking about in trials and documents, testing different chains, and literally this whole time figuring out this equation. They're writing 64-page papers on it with fucking the entities that have enough money that could flip governments overnight. I mean, 13 trillions and trillions of fucking money. Game of Thrones on crack. Game of Thrones on ass crack, dude. That's what it is. That's kind of what it is. Let's see. Under buy, literally everyone. Clarity. Uh-oh, what's going on? Let's see. What's the next big narrative in crypto? Oh no, dude, wait, what is this? This clip from this movie is crazy. Do you understand what just happened between Netanyahu? Oh, it's about Netanyahu or something. Let's see. That chick is a clown. Dude, you get what I'm saying though? It feels... There's like other people she collabs with and stuff, and it feels so manufactured. You could just tell, I feel like, when someone, I don't know, big oil's ripping us off, the straits are open, and Washington is in on it. No, wait, what is this guy saying? Hold up. Tim Burchett. I've heard this name. I've seen him before. Does he spit facts? Is he one of the few people who spits non-bullshit?
Daughter to school for a year, buy a cup of coffee, or fill up my dadgum car with gas. I mean, it's pathetic. And I know all the beautiful people, they'll say, oh, Burchett, you don't understand a commodity and how it works. Well, and then they'll say I thought you were a capitalist, man. This is all about capitalism. No, it isn't. Heck, no, it isn't. Capitalism isn't about subsidizing with billions of dollars the oil industry, which we do, giving them tax credits, which we do. Capitalism is about somebody getting out there and compete. This is not competition. This is a gross misuse of power and greed. That's all this is. Yeah, and everybody's, well, do something about it. You're in Congress. I'll try. But the problem is...
All right, we get it. Roger that. Roger that. I mean, money makes the world go round. People will do anything for money, especially when they're so disconnected from it. Why wouldn't they? I mean, if they're actually disconnected from it, there's nothing you could do anyway. Can Coinbase go bankrupt and take people's XRP? Thoughts on putting in cold wallet like Tangum or Tangent, whatever the hell? I don't know. I try not to give advice because I'm not giving any financial advice, but I don't know. Any long term, if you're like holding long term, you probably should most definitely, but you didn't hear that from me, not keep it on an exchange and use some type of cold wallet, maybe. But or buy an ETF. That could be beautiful too for a lot of people. That's the beauty of the ETFs now. If you don't want to deal with none of the bullshit, because we've said time and time again, that's the only way this is going to go. You know, no one's going to run around and fiddle with a cold wallet and stuff if this thing's going mainstream. People aren't even going to know they're using it. Roth IRAs, yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff to look into. Tons of stuff. That's knowledge is your best friend in this space, and you'll never know it all, ever. If people claim they know it all, they don't know it all. Well, I got it all figured out. No, you don't. Not even close. Sorry. But Bitcoin, no. They're only going to settle in Bitcoin. What planet are you living on? Because it's not this one. What are you saying? Like, yeah, they might. They might. No, but it's the only one they'd ever accept. Dude, the document clearly says crypto in the yuan. Oh, but they're going to trade Bitcoin only. It didn't say that. It didn't say that, you fool. What are you saying? Roth IRA? The Roth era? The Roth IRA. Just wait, whoa. Just big win for crypto. U.S. Treasury just launched. Oh, wait, what is this? Whoa. Oh, this happened a while ago. This isn't breaking. What the hell? I hate when accounts do that. Treasury launches cybersecurity information sharing initiative for the digital asset industry. Yeah, that dropped, I think, within the last day or two, too. All crazy infrastructure stuff getting laid down for the crypto space. Wonder what could, I don't know, maybe something's happening. You didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that shit from me. Guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you've been enjoying any of the content or the live streams, you should join our Patreon, link in the description below. Exclusive videos weekly over there. And that's it. That's the best place to support that because the streams get demonetized anyway. So if you want a continued stream of content and yet again certain time slots and stuff, show the support, let me know. And that's it. That's all she wrote. I think that's it. I'm gonna take one more. It's the thing. It's the thing. It's like hitting a slot machine. You hit refresh. Hit refresh. It could be anything. Could be anything. Senator Loomis talking shit. Oh, David, what's David saying? It never ends. It's so crazy. It's not good for your mental health. Swift saying at this hour. Are you kidding me? Nobody sleeps. Andrew's bombing people. Allegedly. No, they're not. They make the weapon. Palmer Luckey with the mullet and shit. Interesting character. He was on Joe Rogan. White House warns staff not to place bets on prediction markets amid the Iran war. Yeah. Yeah, you better.